The title of this video, Incompetent, Dishonest and Untrustworthy, is the first 3 words of the only Checkatrade review of the work of the deceitful Pevensey plumber with a score of less than 9.25 out of 10 that has survived the publication of my video called A Deceitful Pevensey Plumber. My next video, Verified Reviews Judged Untrustworthy, reduced Checkatrade's 97 reviews to 96. One job had been given 2 reviews, and I reported the suppression of 2 of the 0 scoring reviews and their replacement with 2 reviews rated 10. Further study of the reviews provided more evidence that Checkatrade should not be used for checking anything. Reviewer number 23 is said to be a Pevensey person very happy with the fitting of a kitchen tap block in March 2020, and so was reviewer number 24. That reviewer has no verification stamp, but still scores 10. 2 scores of 10 for the same job seem to be the result of carelessness and over-eagerness to maximise scores. Further study has also revealed a little dodge which adds to high scores and Checkatrade profits. Invent your own arithmetic. Reviews have a drop-down menu with scores out of 10 for the factors which govern the overall score for a job. Most of Pew's reviews have 4 10s, which result in an overall score of 10, but there are 2 exceptions. Review number 47 has 3 out of 4 grades to process. What will be the overall score? Did you think 7.5? Checkatrade made it 10. Checkatrade demand personal data from customers. They say that they want to communicate with them for what they call verification of the reviews. If they actually do that, why do they not at the same time remedy faults like bother people knew their job and the omission of data like a score for timekeeping? As Checkatrade's aim is to make money at the expense of tradespersons and their customers, what do you think was the overall score said to have been awarded by the customers who called the plumber when their house was struck by lightning? They only gave a score for 2 categories. 2 10s for incomplete breakdowns suggest that conventional arithmetic is not always company policy, or that Checkatrade have no control over some aspects of these reviews. When examining Checkatrade's review questionnaire, I twice commented on the poor grasp of written English, one example being the misuse of the word trade, which had become part of the company's name. The name suggests that the company evaluates the work of tradespersons, which is not the case, as the reviews are allegedly written by customers. The phrase verified review involves serious dissimulation. The word review comes from Old French revoir, literally see again, and has a wider range of meanings than the word verified. Here the meaning is much like that for a review of a football match, a theatre performance, or a book. It is one or more persons' appraisal of some activity, often using praise or blame. In a word, their opinion, not verifiable truth. Verified derives from Old French verifier and Latin verus, meaning true. Checkatrade seem to be claiming that they have checked that customers' opinions about jobs are true. I know that plumber Pew is unusually deceitful. He told me that a valve which he could have bought for £31.20 in Sussex would cost me £200, though on the invoice it looks as though at first he had written £220, plus 20% VAT. He twice told me over the phone that he had paid £81 for the valve, though he could have got it delivered free by Amazon for less than half that. He told me that his website had not been changed, though it obviously had been. He told me that I had not read about VAT on his website because I could not read. The font for the VAT information on his website has increased in size again, but still does not specify its rate, and the company name at the head of the home page and in the website name are still not the registered name of the company. Two of the topics in Pew's published reviews, which did not reflect my own experience, are about footwear and infection. When the plumbing pair arrived and later left my property, when they went to fetch the valve and when they went to fill in the invoice in their van, I did not notice any change of footwear. Yet some Checkatrade reviews feature shoes. Review 29. Lee and his colleague were very polite and they took their shoes off at the door. Review 31. He and his trainee took off their shoes when they came in and worked in their socks. This is a sign of respecting other people's homes. Review 53. Lee and Connor are such lovely guys. Both take their shoes off every time they come in the house without being asked, which is rare and a nice touch. Review 74. Very professional and polite, taking his shoes off. 80. Fixed dripping tap. I was impressed as soon as he walked through the door when he took his shoes off. Very professional, polite and efficient. Coronavirus protection. I was wearing a mask on the 9th of November 2021, but the workmen were not. The deceitful Pew asked me to sign an invoice fixed to a board that hung from his neck beneath his unimpeded breath. Later I read that I should not have signed the invoice if I did not agree with everything on it. Review 6. Very COVID safe also. Review 9. Very polite and courteous. Followed COVID regulations. That very polite and courteous person was responsible for this check. Pew's lies about the repair of my central heating needing a valve costing £200 plus 20% VAT, which I only learned about when I was able to read the invoice, led me to pay £100 in advance for the boiler to be serviced. Pew failed to attend that appointment, so I asked for the return of the £100 I had paid for it. I was going to give my bank details to Pew during a phone call from him, but when he told me that he had been phoning to make recordings for his solicitor, I told him that I would not give him my bank details and that he should send me a cheque. His response was a jibe in the form of this worthless unsigned cheque, reflecting badly on Checkatrade and its ridiculous reviews, Company's House, the Queen, East Sussex County Council, and anyone else connected in any way with the scum Pew, proud member of Checkatrade. A wiki is a website that allows users to add and update content on it using their own browser. In Wikipedia, the article on Checkatrade.com is prefaced with a message from the editors. This article contains content that is written like an advertisement. Please help improve it by removing promotional content and inappropriate external links, and by adding encyclopedic content written from a neutral point of view. Encyclopedic implies knowledgeable people writing as accurately and as truthfully as they can about a subject, which obviously excludes people in the advertising business. 3 of the inappropriate links are these. Footnote 1, Annual Report 2019, Company's House. Footnote 14, List of 2014 Queen's Awards for Enterprise winners, Financial Times. Footnote 17, Web Team, East Sussex County Council. Businesses approved by Checkatrade, approved traders. How much of Pew's work has been reviewed? The latest review is dated January 2022, the 1st July 2016. To discover roughly how many days that involves, let's count from the first day of the end and start months. 2011 days divided by 7 equals 287 weeks. 287 weeks divided by 95 reviews means that reviews were produced at an average rate of 1 every 3 weeks. Most of Pew's jobs were presumably unreviewed, in which case the published jobs would represent a very small proportion of his work. I found all but the 3 scoring 0 incredible.